All right, guys, it is that time once again for another NBA 2K game. And as you'll know, I've covered, 2K games on here from WWE 2K22 to NBA 2K22 last year. And you guys will know that last year the game was released with some issues in the My Career mode where the game would just dashboard your console back and it would just exit the game randomly. I cover that. There are videos here on this channel of me doing that. And here we are again with another NBA 2K and NBA 2K23 set to release on September the 9th on basically every console you can think of from last gen to this gen. Now, I did receive an email this morning, a press release from 2K about a bunch of new features. I'm not going to go into every single one, but there's one in particular that I'm interested in, and it's the shot meter. Now, as you know, the shot meter is one of the biggest things talked about year after year. Is it too fast? Is the release too quick? And all that. Well, as you'll see here, and part of that press release that I received from 2K, it says that there are going to be 15 different shot meters unlockable through seasons. Now, that's going to be interesting. So everybody's going to have their own shot meter to be able to use. I wonder how that's actually going to work. Now, some of the other features talk about, the pro moves and things like that, the dribbling, how the dribbling's accurate, how the AI is going to play better, and things like that. Lots of different improvements. They did release the first look trailer a few days ago, and if the game looks anything like the first look trailer did, especially on next gen, it looks amazing. I will definitely give 2K credit on making their basketball game look very, very real. Now, I will say that when I first got my Xbox Series X, which is the only next gen console I currently have, one thing I really enjoyed about it was just how fast you can get right into playing a game of basketball, and I'm assuming that's going to be the same here. Now, one thing I'm curious about is how exactly the My Career mode is going to go. That's usually something we don't really know about until closer to release. So I'm very curious if we're going right back to the same MMO basketball RPG like we did last year. Now, I hope, my biggest hope, is that when this game releases, because it seems like the last couple of years when the NBA 2K games have released, there's always been issues. Now, 2 years ago, before I even covered those games on this channel, 2K had an issue with people not receiving their VC for the Kobe Bryant edition of the game. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but there's a lot of people, myself included, and I have received copies of this game for the past several years, did not get the VC. Now, I am one of the few people that do get review copies of the game year after year. However, many of you pay hundreds of dollars for these special editions. I know we got the Michael Jordan edition, which looks super cool, coming out with this particular release of NBA 2K23. And I hope that that's not an issue. I hope that there is no issues upon release. I actually hope that these developers at 2K actually play tested this game very thoroughly. I hope they tested the servers. I've always felt that the 2K games, and this includes WWE, should have beta testing, should have a public beta of some kind to allow people to test their servers, or even a server test for that matter. Let people jump into the playground or whatever and test the servers and make sure things are going to work properly on release, because nobody likes paying a ton of money for a game that doesn't work upon release. So hopefully, 2K, if you're watching, please, when this game comes out, I hope that it works. I hope that it works properly, that there's no server issues, there's no dashboarding out of the game randomly like what happened last year. I hope everybody gets their VC and things like that, because people pay you guys hundreds of dollars expecting these games to work properly, and you guys have fumbled. You've literally dropped the ball the last 2 years. So I'm hoping that with 2K23 you guys actually get it right this time. Now I know, as someone who has covered video games for a long time, there's always going to be some minor issues. When you're trying to start your My Career like last year and the game quits, just randomly decides to quit, that is not a minor issue. That's a big problem, because it's day one and people should be able to do and play their game like they should be able to. So let's please, if anything, please make sure to that this game works, loads correctly, and people can jump right into the My Career, because everybody knows that that's what everybody does first, for the most part, is jumps into the My Career. Now, we don't know anything about my team, the microtransaction heavy side of this game. It's a mode that I sometimes get into. I don't really like to spend a whole lot of extra money. Me personally, I'd kind of like, I know they tried to do some sort of like battle pass format, earning XP is what they've been trying to do, and leveling up and stuff. I mean, personally, I'd like to see a actual purchasable battle pass tier, like a premium tier, for people that want to just play games online and earn XP that way, and things like that, different challenges. Like, I mean, they've done that before, but who knows? I think it's really odd that they don't really talk about this game until like a month away from release. They kind of did this similar thing a little bit with WWE 2K22. So hopefully we get a lot more videos. I want to see more gameplay. I know there's a little bit of gameplay out right now, but I want to see this game in action. I want them to show us this game works. Load into My Career. Show us what the game looks like. Show us the menus and things like that, so we know that we can be a little bit more, confident that your game is going to work properly on release. Now, if I am provided, I have asked 2K for a review copy of the game, and you already know that if there's issues with it, I will let you guys know right here on this channel, just like I did with WWE 2K22, just like I did with NBA 2K22. I will let you guys know if there are any issues. I will post them right here. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on all those updates. And please let me know in the comments below, what are you hoping that happens in NBA 2K23? I love sports games. I'm a big sports head. I love football, basketball, baseball, and everything else under the sun. So I'm looking forward to another basketball release, and I hope that this game works as it should on day one. Please, 2K, let's get this right this year. You guys have had already 2 years to do this, several years rather, to do this. So let's get it right this time, and I'll see you guys on the next video.